Hi, I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Julie.
We're moms and we're super basic. We've got our drinks and we're ready to chat. Cheers.
Cheers.
So today is August 13th and we're coming at you a day late, but definitely not a dollar short and full of fun info and all you need to get you through the rest of the week.
And dad jokes, apparently. Okay, so what are you drinking?
Going to Old Faithful, Kendall Jackson Riesling.
Nice.
Um, I have a funny story actually. So, like I've been more adventurous with my drinks since we started doing this in quarantine. So I went to the liquor store on Monday and I got Spellbound Peach IPA. Have you ever had that?
Nope.
So, well, don't waste your time. So I was like really excited about it because I love peach flavored things. And I was like, oh, this will be great. And I took a sip and it was like, it doesn't taste like peach and it's like super hoppy. I was like, ugh, it's a good thing I didn't bring this on to drink tonight because I would have like
Imagine
not.
if you opened it for the first time
That's
and
what
were
I was
like,
gonna
it's.
do. So back to wine. How about
Yeah.
you?
I mean, I've got my old faithful barefoot Moscato. Yeah, I did some more margaritas over the weekend and I finished off our bottle of tequila. Um, I've got some gin, but I just didn't feel like looking up anything.
So I wanted to tell you when I was at the liquor store, I saw, I'll have to do a little research and send it to you, but they have like Moscow mules in a can now.
I'll be needing those.
I was like, oh my God. And then there was like some like distraction and then I forgot to take a picture of it. But I actually tried to make a strawberry daiquiri this weekend, like a homemade one with all strawberry, like no mix, like from scratch. And it was delicious.
I'd
Strawberry,
imagine that tastes like dessert.
oh yeah, lime juice. Like there's like not much in it. I think I put a little simple syrup in it, but it was like really good.
Well, yeah, like that's all I was doing for my margaritas. Even when I was doing like the flavored ones, I was just putting like this weekend I was out of nectarines. So just putting like two cuties in,
Hmm.
lime juice, all the alcohol, and a little bit of
Hmm.
honey.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel like that's better than getting one of the mixes, right?
Right.
That
Because
has like
that's
a
got to
bunch of
have,
stuff in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
crap and preservatives. Okay. So, how are you doing?
Okay, so as you know, but everyone listening doesn't know, I had like the worst past 2 days. And I feel like so stupid for even saying this because, as I noted here, it's hashtag first world problems for
I
sure.
know. I was just going
But
to say that.
we came down the shore on Monday and we did not have air conditioning. So I have been born and raised on air conditioning and um, it's like not like it was hot, like it was like 90s and like having like Ryan, like a 1 year old and a 3 year old, it was just like awful. So I'm glad that that's fixed now and I'm in much better spirits because I was not built for not having the air conditioning. So I don't
Yeah.
know how you do it. I really don't know how you don't lose
Well,
your
you know
shit.
what? Mike and I both grew up without central air, right?
Okay.
Um, and even like with like window air units, like we had
Mhm.
two in my house, one in my parents' bedroom and one in the living room. And even those, I feel like we didn't use that often, and we very rarely used at night. And if it was super hot, me and my brothers would sleep on my parents' floor because their
Like,
room had the air conditioner. Um, so I don't know. We only had it at our last house before this, and we only lived there for a year and a half.
mhm.
So I just feel like I'm not used to air conditioning. And in
Okay.
fact, when we stay at like a hotel or somewhere with air, like we all get like totally congested
Yeah.
and like sinus headaches and everything. So I don't mind it, but there have been a couple nights this summer where it's just been too hot. I feel like
Yeah.
I might have said this last time or the time before, but there was a couple nights now, 2 or 3 nights, that Mike and Luke actually slept on our front porch because that has a
Yeah.
ceiling fan. Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah, Jackson was not into it either, like up all night long, just tossing and turning. And I was just like, "Ugh, this it was a rough couple days, but glad it's fixed now and basking in the benefits of cool air. But we don't like blast ours either. Like we keep it on like even at home, like we keep it on like 74, 75. So we don't have it like I know some people have like 65 or 68. Like we don't put it that low or yeah, that high, that low. I don't know which one it is. But yeah, just not having it is oh God. No, thank you. And then today, New Jersey governor announced, since, educator here, that districts can opt for full remote if they cannot implement like the safety protocols that are out there. So we'll see what happens with my district, but I'm sure that, there's a lot of things that need to be put in place for, like different, like facilities need to be updated and protection needs to be put up and put in for teachers and everything. So I don't think we're going to be in person for at least I think it's like the first 2 months.
Okay, you think you'll start entirely remote for the first couple months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So, but we'll see. I'll keep
Yeah.
you posted next week. How about you guys?
All right, so we had Mike's birthday on Monday. He's 38 now, which just sounds so freaking old.
I know. I didn't realize Mike was that much older. Is he? Wait.
You're not that young. He's a year and a half older than me. I'm 36, but I'm a year older than you.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was trying to do the math. I was, wait, how old am I? Because that will tell me how old Julie is.
Yeah, so we did, I made his favorite dinner last night and we had cherry pie from the farm. And it was so good. I just had a second piece right before this.
What's Mike's favorite dinner?
Oh, so he loves orecchiette with sausage and broccoli rabe. And it's usually in like kind of like a white wine sauce and just some like fresh grated cheese on top and real simple, but like big flavors. So also going on over here is that Liam's temper is completely out of control. And I
what is happening?
I don't know. I posted about it in the group and there was like a lot of people that could relate. And I posted about it in another group, like the Facebook moms group from when I had Liam. And I actually got some really good book recommendations. So I'll link those in the show notes because I know that there were some moms in our group that were chiming in that they also were having the same issue. But he's just, I don't know. It's like, he's like Jekyll and Hyde, like the switch flips. And I actually call him the Hulk because he starts making this noise. It's like, and then snaps and starts like screaming at us and like really nasty, mean stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's over something so simple as like, he'll want me to do something on his Chromebook for him and I'll tell him to wait a second. And it's like, so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big feelings.
Big feelings. He's always had big feelings. Yeah. So I'm hoping it's like a phase and we're going to work through it.
Okay. Yeah. We'll share those book recs and see how, like, is there, of the ones they gave you, do you feel like there's one where it like gives you like actionable steps or things that you can implement?
No. So I haven't gotten them yet.
Okay.
They're actually still in my Amazon cart. I like to wait till there's a few things in the cart to place an order.
I mean, shipping's free. Why does it, right? No, do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah. Shipping's free. I don't know why I do that. And then half the time the stuff doesn't come in the same shipment anyway.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I guess it's like psychological. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I just said that I was going to say that it's hot again. We hit, what did I tell you yesterday? We hit 91. This is insane that we're having so many days over 90 here.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, okay, fall, I'm ready for you.
I don't know about that. Let's not go that far. Okay.
A baby.
Celebrity news. So Chris Pratt and Catherine Schwarzenegger had their baby. I believe they named her Lila Maria.
Aw, pretty.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
My goodness. So I didn't realize that. So I know him when him and Anna Faris broke up, which was like shocking, right? Because like no one
I
expected
remember
that.
being floored by that one. There have
Yeah.
been so many more shocking ones since, but that was one of the
Yeah.
first ones that I was like, what now? Like,
Yeah. And then I was like even more shocked when I feel like I can't remember, is she in a relationship too? But didn't they like both like jump into a relationship like pretty soon after?
I don't know if she is.
I know,
This
well,
kind
obviously
of
he is, but
makes sense though, because I feel like the rumors when they split was that he wanted more kids and she didn't. And if I remember, she was a few years older than him.
okay.
Like she would have been sort of like at the end of that phase of wanting kids and he
Mhm.
wanted more.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I was reading up on this and was like, huh, what is the timeline on this? Um, but that's very exciting. And I also didn't know that the child that he has with Anna Faris, like, was born really premature and like they had all these issues. So I'm sure having a second child after having something like that happen is scary, you know?
Yeah. Now, when I saw the news of this, it felt quick. Like I feel like I only knew she was pregnant for a couple months.
Yeah. But I feel like with the quarantine, that's like people are like having babies. And you're like, I didn't even know you were pregnant.
Yeah, and I feel like
Like,
some people you feel like they were pregnant forever because all they did was like post about being pregnant.
hmm
But this was not that case. I feel like I remember hearing she was pregnant and it really just feels like a couple months ago. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. Alrighty. What
All
else we
right.
got?
Next. Okay. So this was a news story from OK Magazine that said that Justin Timberlake, after those rumors in November, Jessica Biel had him sign an infidelity clause or added an infidelity clause to their prenup. What do you think? Do you think it's a rumor? Number
I
one. Do
mean,
you think
well,
it's even
the
OK
source
Magazine?
is OK Magazine, so I'm not quite sure on if it's legitimate. But if like just taking it, if it is true, right? Why like isn't that a red flag? Like if you feel like if you have to add something like that into a prenup, that like you're like it's a
Well, yeah,
bad sign.
I feel like I've heard of other celebrities that have had this, but more
Really?
so like rich men that married like maybe like a not famous woman. I feel like I've
Okay.
heard that story where they've had them.
Okay.
I think it's odd to add it now.
Yeah,
No, maybe not.
can you even like change a pre like you can
Like
change
amend them or whatever.
yeah.
But weren't there like, know how they dated and then they split and then they got back together?
Mhm.
Wasn't that like infidelity related speculation?
I know that they said he had like relationships during their split, but
Yeah.
I don't think anything was confirmed for like
I guess
that
I
the
was just
reason that's why
thinking,
they split.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an infidelity clause from the get go.
Gotcha. But also like so if he like the clause is that if he cheats on her, she gets like everything, right? Did I read that right in that
I think
article?
so. Well, that's what OK Magazine is saying.
Yeah.
Let's preface all of this according
So
to
like
OK Magazine.
so like he would be stupid to cheat then, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like if this is true and they're adding this into their prenup agreement and he's saying if I cheat you get everything, like I don't know, like there must have been a huge break of trust,
I would think so, yeah.
you know?
Or, I mean, yeah, there'd have to be a huge break of trust. And there's a part of me that wonders if it was almost like his idea to prove his
Yeah.
like loyalty.
Yeah, I can see that. Like here's how I'll prove to you that I'm gonna not cheat because if you catch me cheating, you can have everything. Like what is
Yeah. Yeah.
why? But yeah, well, I guess we'll see. But I want to see their baby. I want to see their second baby. But they don't really show their kids online.
Right. Oh, and that reminds me, I didn't pop a slide in for this, but since we're talking about babies and not seeing them and not showing their babies, Taylor Swift did confirm that Betty is the name of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's third daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I did see that. I did see that.
yeah.
They were like jumping up, and then there was like the.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that.
They so they have two girls named James and Inez, and then they had a third girl and they never announced her name. And Taylor was doing, I guess they said like a live chat or something where people were listening to the article or the album, and she said that she named the three characters in the song after her good friend's daughters. So I mean, like, okay, who else?
All right, I have to listen to it again now.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not supposed to be about them. I think
Oh,
she just
just
like
the names. Okay.
used the names for
Gotcha. Okay.
inspiration.
Oh, cool.
My theory would be that she went with Inez first because it rhymes so well. You know, the
Okay.
lines like, you heard it from Inez, you can't believe a thing she says. And then was like, oh, Inez, let me use these names too then. Like, it's probably
Gotcha.
something like that.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. All right. And my favorite story of the week.
I'm so over this story, by the way.
I know. Well, this was the thing, like when it happened, because it happened last Thursday, and immediately, like in our group chat with our friends, we're like, why didn't this happen a day ago? Because now we had to wait like a week to bring it up. But yeah, it's like over with now, kind of. I heard she shot back again with something.
So was it petty or was he joking?
I still don't know. I don't know. Okay, so Megan Fox posts this picture half naked with Machine Gun Kelly that says, achingly beautiful boy, my heart is yours. And then her ex-husband, who actually isn't even like ex-ex, like I don't think they're divorced, right? They just separated
Oh, okay.
in February, maybe? He posts a picture of his four sons. Three of them are with her, put the exact same caption. So yeah, people are saying that it's like next level petty, implying she's not there for the kids, all this stuff. I did like a super deep dive last week. And earlier in the week, he had given an interview where he said the interviewer had brought up like, well, how do you feel that she's like out of the country and not taking care of the kids? And he was very like defensive of her. Like, no, like this is how we've always been. Someone's working, the other one's home with the kids. We like to provide that stability for them. We're not together, but we're still co-parenting. Like he was very defensive of her. So I don't know. I almost feel like he thought he was being funny.
Okay.
Because how do you flip that switch in like 3 days of going from like defending that she's not around to then like implying that she's not? I don't know.
Maybe something happened and she like didn't come home when she was supposed to and then posted this and then he got pissed and
That's possible. Yeah, and some people said, well, like, you know, she wasn't posting such like thirsty looking pictures, but she really has been. She's been on like interviews with Machine Gun Kelly and like all this stuff. Like they've definitely been flaunting it. This wasn't the first instance of it. So
okay.
I didn't really buy that one, but
I mean, you do you, Megan Fox.
we've talked about this before, but do you find Machine Gun Kelly attractive?
No, he looks like a child also with a million tattoos.
Yeah, I did not think he was attractive until I watched. Wait, what?
I said, do you?
Okay, I did not think he was attractive until I watched the movie about Motley Crue.
Okay.
And he plays Tommy Lee in it, and I found him attractive as Tommy Lee.
Okay.
Which is weird because I also don't find Tommy Lee attractive.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
But him playing Tommy Lee, there was something just like funny about him. Know what it is? I think in like still photos, you get a different idea of what he's like. And then in like action, he seems more like a funny, goofy guy.
Okay. So it's more like his personality is.
Yeah, I would say
or
so.
the character that he's playing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done with that story.
On the blog this week.
So we had See You Later from Heather about removing toxic people from your life and why you shouldn't feel guilty. And I thought this was like something that could resonate with so many different people, because she goes into so much detail about how, about the guilt piece of it, but also like removing family members that are toxic from your life, which is like a whole other level of, kind of, she said, I love that she said I did like a KonMari on my life. Because, that's really hard to, when you have family members, because you're kind of like, but they're my family, but they treat me like crap. So definitely check this one out. What did you think?
No, same. And the same thing made me laugh too. The KonMari of like the family, like, do they bring me joy?
Mhm.
No, get rid of them. I
There
don't
was,
think,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't think I'd be brave enough to do that.
Yeah. So there was one line in it, which, when she was talking about the guilt, she was saying like, those people didn't feel guilty treating you that way for however long. So you shouldn't feel guilty of removing them
That's
from
true.
your life. So I was like, yes, Heather, yes. So
yeah. And Heather always does such a good job. I love everything she contributes.
yes.
Also thought for a second when I started reading the title that it was going to say like, see you next Tuesday. Okay.
Is that going to be the most vulgar thing you say today?
That wasn't that vulgar.
No.
All right. What are you watching?
So I actually finished the 2 seasons of Imposters.
Yeah, tell me more about this.
So they definitely could have done the whole thing in 1 season. But I feel like they probably found out that there were 2 seasons and then just like dragged it out a bit. But I liked it. I definitely liked the beginning, or like, I guess like the first half of the first season better than the whole thing. But I feel like I had to finish it, once we were in it. But it's basically like, the one girl, the girl on the red at the bottom, is like a con artist, and she marries one of them, and they're married for 28 days, and then she steals all their money and takes off, and then she like moves on to the next mark, they call it. Like, so like she works with like a group of con artists that do this. So then the people that are basically conned find each other and look for her and like are trying to get all their money back. So it's really good because you just see how it like keeps going and going. And like the second season, probably not completely necessary, but they had to tie it up since they didn't finish it up with the first season. So
now, are either of those guys from other shows I know? They both look like vaguely familiar.
I know. I feel like the guy in the middle who plays Ezra, I feel like, I don't like search out characters like you do in shows. So I feel like he reminds me of, who's the guy from that like magician bank robber movie? Now You See Me? I feel like
no idea.
It's the kid that plays Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network.
Oh,
Reminds me of him a little bit, but
definitely
like,
not him though.
no. But like
I can picture his face.
But it's pretty good. I mean, I don't think there's any big people on it.
What can I watch it on?
Oh, it's Netflix. It was on Bravo.
So yeah, I saw Bravo there.
Yeah, so it's on Netflix.
Okay. So I've been watching Selling Sunset on Netflix. The seasons are super short. So really I was hearing like all the hype, like every podcast I listen to, because I always joke that my news outlets are comments by celebs, Betches, and The Skim. Mm-hmm. That's where I get my news from. And I just recently started also getting my news from Not Skinny But Not Fat. And they've all been talking about Selling Sunset on their podcasts. Mm-hmm. Not The Skim. They talk about actual news. But
are legit.
Yeah, so the seasons only have, I think it was like 8 or 10 episodes. So I've already watched the full first season and I'm halfway through the second. And the episodes aren't even that long. They're like 30 to 40 minute range.
So I didn't tell you, but I started watching it too.
Yes, I did not know that. How far along are you?
However, I may have made a mistake because I just started watching the most the season that was on there. So I
Yeah,
was
it's like
watching
totally
3.
backwards listed in
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah. So I started watching season 3, and then I think I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. I was like, should I watch season like 1 and 2? Should I?
I would. I feel like, well, I haven't seen season 3. I am so pumped up to get to it, though, from everything I've heard on all the podcasts.
Okay.
But it might give you some background because some of them are like shady weirdos, like Davina,
Yeah.
and Christine's just a terrible human.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm still like getting to know character names. So Davina. So, okay. So when you get to season 3, there's one comment that happens in season 3 that I can tell you without spoiling anything. Like they have a tarot card reader, and she says to Davina, when she's reading her palms and telling her cards, she was like, "You're like weird." But, and like then they cut her off, and I was like, what the hell? But she is.
Well, so they did like a charity event. She did a lot worse than this, but this one just made me laugh. They
Okay.
went and did like a charity event in season 1 as like the whole staff. Is that that's what you called it at school? What's it called? Staff? No.
Sure.
Office?
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Agency, like real
and she
estate.
didn't go, right? So then it's obviously like a staged conversation, after the weekend when they're all back at the office, and
Yeah.
Chriselle is talking about like how moving it was because she used to be homeless and this and that. And Davina gets like all defensive as if Chriselle's like pointing, like singling her out for not being there. And her excuse is that she was at Burning Man.
That's
It's
very
just
good.
like the funniest thing ever. And then it gets even funnier because then Chriselle was like, well, how much did your ticket cost to Burning Man or something like that? And then Davina's like, well, how much does your dress cost? And she's just kind of like, touche. But I mean, she said much worse stuff other places, but the fact that she like defended not going to the charity event because she was at Burning Man was just like hysterical to me.
Oh no, I'm saying the tarot card reader told Davina she
That
was
she's
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
She's weird.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, but like that's all, like I don't know if editing they just like cut off the rest of what they said, because then she was like, huh. And I was like, that's it.
That's it. You're weird. That's it.
But okay, so then maybe I'll go back and watch a little bit of the first season and see if that gives me a little backstory on characters a little bit. But
So yeah, also I really like Heather, but they all make fun of her and call her dumb. In season 2, Heather did act really strange.
which one's Heather?
Heather's the one that's dating Tarek
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
from Flipper Flop, and
Yeah.
she looks just like Christina, right? Like
Yeah.
they could be twins.
Yeah.
Not Christina on Selling Sunset, like Tarek's
Yeah. His
ex-wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning of season 2, they've just started dating, right? And they've only been dating for 1 month when they start filming. And one day in the office, she calls him her boyfriend. And they're all like, whoa, like you're calling him your boyfriend, like moving fast, blah, blah, blah. And she makes some sort of reference to having like Christina's cell phone number. And they're all like, well, why do you have her number? And she says something like, oh, well, like if I see the kids, like, I just thought that she should know me. And so Amanda turns around to her and is like, as a mother, like a single mother with an ex-husband who has new girlfriends, like I appreciate that. I think that's like really the right way to go. Like I want to know the women that are like in my kids' lives. And then Heather's like happy that she's agreeing with her. And then Amanda says, but to be honest, it really scares me how quickly you've met them because they'd only been dating for a month at this point, and she'd already met his kids. And Heather like went off about it and like held a grudge for like a couple episodes about it and was still angry. And I just thought that really like showed her age and immaturity.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because like no one should be meeting someone else's kids that quickly.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I cannot wait to get to season 3 to see all the stuff about Justin Hartley because
I didn't get into that yet. And then when I saw that stuff today and I was like, wait, is that the chick from Selling Sunset, and I was like, oh my God, like I didn't piece it all together that they were married, because she does say like, oh, Justin and I, like one time, and I was like, oh, okay, like I didn't think anything of it, and then I saw that stuff on Instagram. I was like, oh wait, hold on one second. So
Yeah,
what
so
is the
she
deal?
talks about him a lot in the first two seasons, though he's never on it. And
Okay.
then every time, like knowing now that they're getting divorced, every time she answers the phone and stuff in the office and says like, hi, like this is Chriselle Hartley, like I feel so bad for her because
Hmm.
like I know what's coming.
Yeah, yeah. So, but what was did they say why they were splitting up or getting divorced?
Well, so I hear that she has a conversation with Mary about it. And in the conversation, I don't know the word for word, it's just been summarized hearing other people talk about it. He sent her a text message telling her, like, not to come home. And, and, she said that, like, when they would argue and stuff, he'd say, like, I'm done. But she thought it was just like, I'm done with this argument, or like I'm done for now, and she had no idea he meant like done.
Oh,
And then texted her like,
he broke up with her via text message?
yeah,
A
like,
marriage?
yeah, how crazy is that?
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dive deeper into that one
Yeah.
because that's a
And
bit
then
ridiculous.
Val was saying that she feels like he seems really douchey, like has a stick up his ass, like
Mhm.
um look, gives the air that he thinks he's too good for her. But his new girlfriend, because he's seeing someone already, if you Google it, is a soap opera actress. So it's like,
Gosh,
it's not like he like pulled
has someone that's
something.
like, yeah,
Yeah, it's like so silly.
huh. Maybe the This Is Us went to his head
Well, I'm
and
sure
how
it
that
did, but
blew up
if This
quickly.
Is Us went to his head, I would expect him to not be dating someone from Bold and the Beautiful. Right?
True. Um, all right, so yeah, I'm gonna check out previous seasons because
Yeah.
she is beautiful though,
She
Chriselle. She's
is.
gorgeous. She
Yeah.
reminds me of like a Kennedy.
Oh, I see
She's kind
that.
of
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
Kennedy look to her,
And
right?
he's just a real piece of shit. Like,
I mean, I think he's good looking, but clearly he's not a nice person.
no, he seems awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what are you listening to? Is this a
Okay.
podcast?
This is a podcast. This is my favorite podcast. I recommend it to everyone I talk to all the time. I love Kate. Like I have her planner. I've read her book. She's awesome. I like her husband's perspective when they're talking about things. And they just announced in this week's episode that they're ending the show. So it was really sad.
Why?
Okay. So they've been doing the podcast since 2016,
Okay.
so you can still go and listen to like 4 years worth of episodes. And their business has kind of like taken a little bit of a turn since they started it. When they first got into business together, they were focusing more on like money management and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And then she felt like really called to get into like, especially after they had two kids and she had like a rough pregnancy. Her books Do Less. I've like recommended it to you like
Oh
20
yeah.
times.
Hmm.
But after that, she got really into like maximizing like the way you organize your day and your week and your month around like your cycle,
Okay.
and really like figuring out when you work best and how you work best to like optimize your time and make you like less stressed out and stuff. And so he said that for a few years now he's been feeling like he doesn't fit anymore because a lot of the stuff has to do with like women and periods.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So he's like leaving the business. They're not splitting up
Okay. I
their
didn't know if this was like a
relationship.
Rachel and Dave Hollis thing.
No, but he's leaving the business and he's going to start sort of like his own like male focused version of what she started for women.
Okay. So are you gonna start the Julie and Mike show?
No, Mike would never, though he was just standing here for about 5 minutes making
That's why I
faces
said
at
it,
me.
because I could tell that he was around. So I wanted to say it when he was in there to get a
No, he
reaction.
went to the other room to eat his
Oh
pie in
man,
peace,
I
so he missed that. But how could you tell he was in here? He was like cutting his
I,
own pie and like
I could
pretending he
hear
was
him.
using his hands like me.
I could hear him putzing around.
All right, so I'm bummed that the Kate and Mike show is going off the air. They're gonna do shows until September, I think they said.
Okay. And then she'll have her own. Is she going to do her own podcast though?
She
Or
didn't say if she's going to do her own podcast. Honestly, I don't like I love her, but I like hearing both of their perspectives.
Mhm.
So I don't know that I'd tune in as much to just her, though she'd probably interview people, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, meme time.
So my sister sent me this one, and it's Russia approves world's first COVID vaccine. And then there's a reply on the tweet that said, I would trust Edward Scissorhands to perform a pap smear before I trust Russia with a vaccine.
That one's hysterical. I
Yeah.
had not seen that anywhere before this.
So now I went and followed Today Years Old because I need to see all of their content.
Um,
And yours? What is that?
I
for
had
yours?
such a hard time finding one that I thought was that
Yeah.
funny. Like I went back through like everything I sent this week. None of it really made me laugh that hard. Even this one is not like, it didn't make me laugh that hard. It just made me laugh a little because we had a similar situation recently. But yeah, it says first time home alone with the kids. My wife asked for an update. So I sent this and it's the dad. And I guess they're triplets because they all look like little babies.
Yeah.
And he has them all in like chairs and they're playing Risk. But so a couple weekends ago, Liam found like all the board games and they insisted they wanted to play Monopoly. And after like 5 minutes, it literally turned into like me and Mike playing Monopoly for 4 people. So like I was playing my turn and Liam's turn and Mike was playing like his turn and Luke's turn and the kids were like in a different room.
Did you guys finish the game?
No.
I was going to say, who finishes Monopoly?
No, I don't know. Same with Risk. Who finishes Risk?
Yeah.
Never.
Okay. And last but not least, what did you buy online this week? You got a lot there, Jewel. What did you
Still
get?
buying all the things for school. So I got the kids each their own little like mini whiteboard and a shit ton of dry erase markers because I'm going to lose them. I got these, what are these things that I have there? Yeah, like the tabs. Because I thought I had ordered tabs, but I actually ordered page protectors.
Okay.
I also ordered an electric pencil sharpener because that's really important to have.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
our only other pencil sharpener is like not even the kind that you go like this with, like the little tiny one with the plastic thing. And I got Wild and Free, or Call of the Wild and Free, and I'm really excited to read it. It just came in the mail today, so I haven't started yet, but it comes highly recommended.
Nice. I really didn't get that much. However, I am planning a big shopping day tomorrow because it's the Nordstrom anniversary sale tomorrow. So I have several things on my wish list. But this past week, I was stocking up on my shampoo that I buy, and I tried this new blow dry spray. And actually, I used it today. And it's like, it's supposed to, do I have the bottle right there? I was going to say, it's like 95% humid. It's supposed to protect your hair from 95% humidity or whatever for up to like 3 days or something. So being down at the beach, like it's like pointless to even do my hair because it gets so frizzy and crazy. So I tried it and I was like outside after, like when it was humid and almost raining, and it didn't frizz up. So
nice.
Kind of impressed. So I'll see how that
is. It only for blow drying?
Yes. So that is the thing. It's like when your hair's damp, you're supposed to spray it on it and then blow it out. So I don't know if it would work if it wasn't. I'm sure it's like heat activated to some degree. But
I need something to get rid of the frizz like when my curls dry. And I don't use a blow dryer if I do. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even on a blow dryer, to be honest.
I'm gonna send you because there's this like the curl method. Have you heard about this?
Yeah. The curly girl method, that one? Or is it
Is that,
different?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But there's a chick that I follow, and she's been posting a lot about like wearing her hair, her naturally curly hair, and like how you're supposed to do it to get it to curl nice and last long.
Hmm.
So, but I think it's the curl method,
The curl method?
but I'm not
Okay.
sure if that could also be the curly girl method.
I could also have the wrong name.
I'll send it to you. But I
Okay.
think it does require a diffuser for the first part of it.
No, I'm never going to do that. I know the one I'm talking about, they do. Okay, someone was just so over the weekend I took pictures of my hair as it dried.
So, and I had no idea what you were doing.
I was just bored and I was like, let's look at how this dries. So let's document this. And I got so many messages about it though. And so one person was like, oh, are you doing and I thought she said curly curl method. And then I was like, oh, is that like plopping? And I was like, because that's what I did, but I didn't put any product in. And she
Okay.
said that it is plopping, but there's more to it. Like you use specific shampoos that don't have sulfites in them or
Sulfate.
something. And
Yeah.
then I guess there's some sort of product that you do put in it, but I didn't put anything in mine just because I don't have anything. I don't know how to be a girl. So,
Well, I do know, and that we'll move on, but I do know that the part of this was that like you put the product in, you diffuse it, and you get that like crunchy curl that like we used to wear way back in the day that like you wanted your hair to look like.
yeah.
And then after it's completely dry and crunchy looking, then you like scrunch it to get the crunch out, and it
Oh,
like releases almost just like a softer curl, but it's more set because it's completely dry and it has the product in it.
okay. So this is definitely different. This is like when it's still wet, you like throw your head under and you like put your hair in it, not like twist it up. And
Oh
then
yeah,
you
no, this
tie
is
it
different.
up in cotton for like 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I think this is different. I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool.
Side. But I also grabbed some things from Stella and Dot the last week. The Heritage Coin Pendant, which is like a double kind of chain thing, um, which you can like take apart and wear separate or together. And then I got these ear jackets. So they're like two pieces that come together in one earring. So like the black is like almost a stud, and then the little spikes go on the back of your ear.
Oh,
So when
that's
you
cool.
wear it, it's like it looks like there's spikes at the back bottom and the black stud on the front. So they look kind of cool.
They do look cool. Tell me once you get them and you wear them if your hair gets caught in it.
Oh, I'll let you know. I did try them on. I did get them and try them on because I have like funny earrings. Like I can only wear studs because I like totally ruined my like ear piercings. I don't know how like the hole that like earrings go in. It's like totally ruined from those like heavy ass Tiffany's earrings that everyone used to wear back in the day. They
Mhm.
destroyed my ears. So I'm very particular about earrings. So I had to try these on to make sure I didn't have to return them. But I didn't get to see if the hair gets stuck in them.
Okay. Well,
I'll
keep
let
me
you know.
posted.
Will do. But
That's all.
alrighty. Well, thanks for joining us for another week of Mom Chats. And be sure to send us your drink recommendations that we can try out each week or the following week. And yeah.
Oh, and next week we'll have a guest.
Oh, yeah. Next week we'll have a special guest. So stay tuned and see you soon.
Bye.